truth and lies, the loopy mind, the guy behind it too cerebral. My new believers, I got way too much to prove to people. Chip on my shoulder, that's super ego. Closing my eyes and I shoot the free throw. Look up in the skyline thinking about it, I'm peeking behind every door. Shout to my youngin', I'm coming to fuck up the throne. Y'all niggas talking about how to get it on your own. Set up the studio, making records in my home. Like, look what you did, y'all created a monster. Like I'm left field out in Boston, and the flex real going bonkers. I'll be honest, I'm a problem. They didn't want me. Now I'm fucking around with Kim and Courtney. Now I'm busting down a zip imported to that purple Urkel, watching Rick and Morty. It's a different story when you make it up out of the district. Everybody mama got a business. Everybody father got an Audi. Everybody uncle politicians had to get up out the city I came from. Mark Burley with the change up. They told me life is a bitch, so the boy met the world, then I found a Topanga. They don't like it when I rock the boat. Kick back, post up like a soccer goal. Big facts. They ain't want me then, I don't really need them now. So I told them niggas adios like.
Everybody knows that you can do.
Yeah, one day they gonna hear me. But it'll be too late.
Man, I do hate menus. Sam, I need you to stop. Nacho. Alright, then we just need to go here. And switch this to that. And I don't know if the visibility testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Nacho. Testing, 1, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. Nacho. Okay, let me stop. Only thing is I can't put the information to, well, I guess most stuff is up top. Alright. Y'all know what it is.
Lord, forgive me for my brash delivery, but I remember vividly what these streets did to me.
Yeah, I know.
Lord, forgive me for my brash delivery, but
I remember vividly what these what?
did.
Okay.
I come from the X like Y chromosome.
Say what?
I'll veto your neck, I'm Don Corleone. I came with my new vibes like Hovey's home.
We got a middle ground, right?
But I'm Romy Rome. Himalayan or Martian, this that nano. Shit I'm saying is godsend, got my Thanos channel. I make flannel fly, please don't judge me unless the panel high. Hereditarily sharp, I'm raised a samurai. No world star, I'm offering you and the camera guy. I toggle tools so the ratchet and the hammer fly. Away with words, I go batshit, I'm a grammar guy. I ran the 5, I survived, my shit sanitized. What kind of man am I? You stand aside that plan divide. See me, I plan to ride, advise these niggas to stand aside. I wash my hands, he got his shit tied till he died. We tried the side by side, but we had to eye for an eye.
I can hear that.
Hi guys, I know I'm late for the festivities. I took my time, I only give back what you giving me. I waited but never got a plate if it served my memory. BX the place of my nativity.
I'm from a place of no light where only darkness grows, where I snatch heartless souls from the carcass bones. We came to earth to kill humans, deliver the hardest blows. The type of shit they put in Mithra in the Spartan bone. The king of darkness on the throne made of tarnished gold, flawless rose decorated from on the heads of all his foes. A sharpened post to lead the way to most of the sharks below. I don't got a heart or soul, I got a part with yours. Martyrs fold, I treat a soldier like a garden gnome. You harmless trolls in the way of something to marching for. The demons back on my call, I'm dressed in shaman robes. Flowers die in my presence, my touch is arctic cold. The Beatles snuff it, refer to me as the Reaper's
Let's try to see it, how the stream runs real quick.
The repercussions, I merge from hell and shed of concrete. My feet are touching, to see eye to eye, you gotta grow 100 feet or something. What's my motherfucking name? Never repeat it. Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, the boogeyman. Put your hands up for the boogeyman. It's the Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga. What's my motherfucking name? Never repeat it. Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga, the boogeyman. Put your hands up for the boogeyman. It's the Baba Yaga, Baba Yaga.
Alright.
But we back, respect for respect, respond and connect. We on deck to wreck a record for the people, so excuse me for a moment, if you will. But we back.
It goes one step by step.
Everything sounds clean so far.
My rep as I sidestep, fly to death. You report to IRS. When it comes to lyrics, mine are best. You should try to rest. Woke up kinda blessed with a pint of cess. Had the finest sex, then I laughed at the sight of death. I might object, I'ma resurrect the innovative styles that disintegrated while you pretend you made it. I fucking really hate it that you affiliated with any greats. Come late, it's kinda silly, ain't it? A part of me, way a part of me back. Hit you in the jugular right where your arteries at. This is sodomy rap, cause I'm raping all the tape decks. Fuck a prophylactic, I don't believe in safe sex. I can see the greatness, Donnie in the beat chef. So man, quick to drop a body on the beat, bless.
Part of me back, a part of me back, part of me back, yo. And watch Sosa do his thing, yo. Part of me back, a part of me back, part of me back, yo. And watch Donnie do his thing.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Shout out to everybody tapped in, of course, to the show. If you're tapped in for the first time, pretty much we're a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. Hold on, let me put this in here. And all right, and you know, shout out to all artists, of course, who send us the show. It's Friday, you ain't got no job, you ain't got shit to do, so of course, send your stuff in to our email. We will, of course, get you played. We have a free line as well as a skip line for those that do not want to wait, or that want more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion. I still gotta make sure things, you know, look perfect in terms of the thing, but like it looks different on, I think, different devices or whatnot. When I go over here, hold on, yeah, I can see the full thing in the view that I have on my YouTube, but then on this phone it looks different. I gotta see what it looks like over here. But shout out to everybody tapped in. Let me go ahead and head right into the email and get music. End up trying to search for it on other platforms anyway, but you can get your thing in. We'll get you in. We're gonna go ahead and head right into the free line right now and see what we have. Vault, you should be up first with Gunpoint. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me freaking make sure that I'm saving. All right, there we go here. And again, man, I don't even want to talk about the stream and, you know, what I'm trying to fix with it, but let's see what we got. So 1 to 10, all feedback is welcome, and we'll see how we feel about the record. You know what I'm saying? What it could use, if there's any work whatsoever, or if you have a dope record and you should move on to music videos and all that good stuff, live performances. We'll let you know that as well.
Hey, shout out David.
I'm sitting here on my gun. I'm sitting here on you, my gun. I'm sitting here person cannot best us, never one up us. Besides, you don't shoot nothing. If you look out the whole game, you might spin a block or something. Just standing up and popping iron skin, get tough, and as your boy gets above. And if you ever see me in real life, you enjoy a blood. Become a puddle with blood, bottom my shoe just like some crud. Lovely, people just be bugging cause they trapped. Blue lights at them into nothing. Screen caught them, now they really ain't got no substance. Really ain't got no substance. Like the flu drained right out their public. Putrid fangs, what they discover. Rule the game, bite them, give them no time to recover. Pick the cover, then I rip it off. I seen it all. Demons inside they walls, like Tiffany. If you wanna do the dance,
try to change the bit rate.
ball. Wanna get some bands, that'll be a nasty fall. Pants start sagging, acting that action. Make you about that action. None of y'all rappers, streets, bout bunch of faggots. At lunch I'm blasting, better run, boy, like fuck, boy.
I'm sitting here on you, I come on. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. You holding that sound, boy, I may just let up. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. You holding that sound, boy, I may just let up.
Probably have to change it in
What are your desires?
the thing before I go
What
live.
game you playing? Watch that attire. Watch what you're saying.
Hey.
Say you're fire. I think you're getting confused cause your brain ain't working cause you're tired. They bet on you as if you're some kind of sire. I said no shit. And none of my raps, I never been a liar or a poster. Just been out here getting higher with some real street soldiers. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. I'm sitting here on you, I come on. You hoping that some boy, I may just let up.
Hey, shout out David.
All right, what did you guys think about that one? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I almost hit that Dorky don't play that. I almost hit that Dorky don't play that often. It's a button that we hit when we want to stop a record a little bit earlier. You know, in the playthrough because it may need a lot of work, and to a certain extent there'll be certain things that just need, you know, a little bit more done. One of my pet peeves, you know, I have many, you know, one is being repetitive. Another one is if it feels or sounds like the artist is freestyling. I always feel like, nah, like go back to the drawing board. Like when we're asking people to spend money or time to really listen to what we have, right? If we have the privilege of gracing people with our presence as an artist, you basically want to make sure every line and performance that you do is top notch and worth that. Like literally, I always think about, look, what if you know, the biggest labels on the planet that could just change your life in a second, if they were like, you know what, let's take a day out of each month and we'll pick some, or shoot, a day out of each week and we'll pick an artist at random. We'll like let them come down to the company, and essentially all they'll ask you to do is play one random song from your catalog, and you can't even pick what it is. So if it happens to be something where you're not necessarily doing the best job, you know, like there'll be more that they might have needed, right? If you're compared to Kendrick or anybody, they're always gonna see, you know, well, like how better is this artist from that artist? What did they do? I feel like the mix still needed a little bit of work. You have a personality in there that might be entertaining. You need to get that on point, and I would actually write your stuff. Make sure that every single line is something that you can really get behind and just be honored with or without the beat. We cannot rely on the beat, man. Like, some of the best moments I've seen in hip hop are like when the artist tells the DJ to drop the beat and then they just start rapping the rest of their song a cappella, and like you can tell that they feel what they have. There are lyrics there that they are proud of penning to paper. And while freestyling is not a bad thing, I do feel like there are arenas for each thing. Freestyles are better when you are watching that artist do it live and in the moment, and just in a situation where, you know, the goal is not to hear you kind of just rap a song. It is to like, yo, let's see if they can rap, still be dope throughout the entire freestyle while still making sense and somehow weaving in words that you're thrown, right? That people throw you, and what people may have on, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an art to really be able to do it and make every line matter. But then there are some times where we're just kind of, let me throw a beat on, you know, freestyle, and not every line that we say is going to be dope. That's why I don't often like doing it for records, because I want, if I'm like, yo, listen to my song, I don't want you hearing any mediocre line or bar or way that I've come at the record, because that doesn't benefit me at all. It makes you look at me like I'm, you know, kind of meh. And so overall, I think there is potential. I like the beat. I think everybody's gonna start there. Secondly, I think they'll see your personality, your energy, and feel like there's definitely something there as well. But then once it gets around to feeling like, okay, you just saying anything at this point, you know, it sort of loses some of its flair. You know what I'm saying? What up, Blurred? Yo, what up, Flirt? Yo, what up, Flirt? Yo, what up, Flirt? HCX had a 6 out of 10 on that, and it said, and that's not, or this not bad. That was like right when it was starting and just getting itself underway. Let me see where we at, so we can jump on back in. Wait, I need to charge this while this other phone is chilling, so give me a second. Long back. That way I can check that. And furthermore, I'll have you know. Yes, what happened? Just kidding. Right, give me a second, y'all. Seriously. What? What happened? All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what is. Okay, that one is a return. I'm trying to make sure because, okay, there we go. All right, here's Johnny. He's Johnny. We got you up. And here's the link. I'm going to close this window. It's called
Beast to Swiggo.
Sugra's
Hey, yo.
Backyard.
Take it back, late shift, serving on the Monday. 3 different drugs, made 2 bands in one day. After day 6, my bitch kicked me out on Sunday. Swagger's backyard was my gun range. Pay your dues, never snitch, and fuck gun safes. Florida concealed carry gun state. I'm inhaling loud as my lungs bake. Yeah, yo, told that brother I'll inhale the loud until my lungs break.
A walking figment, all black, just to match the pigment. Bitch, I'm packing blasters, made of plasma. Lord, I ask forgiveness. I know some niggas back prescriptions, such an adolescence. Never listen. Bitch, I carry burdens like I'm powerlifting. Homie enlisted, came back with the cane addiction. Powder sniffing, mood shifting different. Think he power tripping. Power moves, no submitting, spitting crazy either. Quickly dismissed if you ain't know my teacher. Got trust issues, I look at you like you owe a feature. My heart froze to start coasting off a potent beaker. Potion purple, Urkel geeking, cup color, grape soda leader. Phony skeezers can't be in our circle. My hip hot and ready, Little Caesar. Semi-red dot, pepperoni like I'm serving pizza. Niggas baloney, act like active divas. Don't come at me, must be blasted off some cashy reefer. Type to crash over trashy sneakers. Stick sturdy like a dirty geezer. I lift you early like a birdie flying over Beezer. Been a leader like Julius Caesar. Studious creature, I study buddy, he moving funny. Ain't selling him nothing neither.
Take it back, late shift, serving on a Monday. 3 different drugs, made 2 bands in one day. After day 6, my bitch kicked me out on Sunday. Swagger's backyard was my gun range. Pay your dues, never snitch, and fuck gun safes. Florida concealed carry gun state. I'm inhaling loud as my lungs bake. Yeah, yo, told that brother I'm inhaling loud as my lungs bake. Talking left to the right, man, make your dome spin. What a coincidence, we both hold limbs. Act bold to the poker in my bad hand folds him. Pump pills like a dope gym. Fiend roller coasting, convulsion mouth foam hanging like soapfish. Ghostbuster gun make it so lit, it's atrocious. Run through leaf like a plague of locusts. Real and you know it came up off a pill dosage. Y'all the type to poke a body if it's still floating. Guns are still coated, sip a potent chill potion. Seeming more confident and I feel focused. Coke so white and left the dollar bill glowing. Gum nummy rubbing in like spill lotion. Fiend pill smoking, caught me like a still ocean. Still boasting knowing all them drills bogus. Get peeled open, suffocated, killed, choking. The hating just wakens my inner kill focus. Arm and hammered, left your hat bill folded. Baseball size exit wound, left your grill open. Blood spill soaking drips from a bed sheet. Police got fiends swallowing like sex freaks. Besties hustle like rent stew. Next week, doom with a broom, call it a death sweep. Laid out like tiger rugs with the headpiece. It's fucking Johnny.
Bro, you could have kept going and I wouldn't have been mad because the consistency is key. Consistency. And like, I'll say this. If his energy was just kind of whatever, if it was just like, I just woke up and then, yeah, I'm not even like performing to the song, when it feels like you're still practicing in your head and then you try to, you know, put together the record like that, that's when it feels like we like there's no a structure and confidence and often when you come at it like this with that aggression, it felt like he knew every word, gave us the performance, right? And this is him, by the way, every record. I haven't heard one where he just like, you know what, let me just take my foot off the gas right quick and just like, you know, settle down. And like, no, I feel like every record he is in battle rapper mode. He's an artist that and like it really is hard to be or to know when you've become one of those artists where we do want to hear you on many different beats, like the songs that became our favorite from other artists, we'd love to hear that mixtape version of what you would do to it, because the bars are on point. And like, what would you do with a specific concept, right? Like if there was a challenge, shoot, like I'm surprised Nas, for example, never did like, right? I'm talking to Nas like straight up, and then like make a challenge like for other artists to tell their own story with that same concept that he did or whatnot, right? I'm always curious about what everybody with a different style, like how do you attack it? But there's a consistency with the atmospheric beats as well. From Here's Johnny, and that is always going to be much appreciated. With a 9 from both Blurred and 7 from HTX Youngster. On that was freaking good. And yeah, Blurred, I'm just waiting on a little bit more from Blue Jay's thing or whatnot. I had extended the beat a little bit so it could end a little bit more properly, if anything, and you know, so she wouldn't feel like she was just I guess on a leash for a minimal part, right? So if she does a little bit more, I was gonna also throw something in there if she wanted, and then we could top that off or whatnot. It's telling me I should change my bit rate to something a little bit bigger, which I did have it on, and for some reason I thought I would have messed it up. But I gotta see if I can even do it while I'm still in the freaking stream. What up, Rob? Yo, what up, Rob? Hey, yo, what up, Rob? Yo, what up, Rob? Let me go back over here. Ladies and gentlemen, man, when I'm up in the freaking building, like y'all know that I'm a ninja, like when you're freaking gonna tell me, but you know what? I give people a sneak peek though, right? Blurred. Okay, so nah, we'll wait. Y'all almost got it. Y'all almost got it, man. I was like, nah, you know what? Let me jump back in. We're jumping back in the free line. Let's see what we got in the cusp. Mr. Rob. New route, same place. Let's see what you have right here. And see what's up.
Always caught in the middle, just like Malcolm. Trying to change, but things always seem to stay the same. Always seem to find the same outcome. Another rabbit hole for me to go and fall into again. I keep falling till I fall into a spiral trend. Pick myself up and dust myself off for another rabbit hole for me to go and fall into again. Nothing's worse than the feeling that you're fucking cursed with. The feeling that you can't go nowhere that you wanna go. Like, let me explain myself, you see. When I go right, I get left right back at the scene. Then I started I like a kite.
What the heck I'm gonna do? But I'm
always caught in the middle, just like Malcolm. I'm tripping.
What up, y'all? Shout out to TikTok.
People in horror movies, yeah, but I'm not tripping. I'm tripping balls, yeah. I get fucked up, yeah, to deal with trauma that I got, yeah. I look crazy from the outside, cause I fucking am, yeah. If you're the black sheep in the herd, let me get out, yeah. If you don't give a fuck what they think, then let me get out, yeah. Yeah. Live the fucking life that you want, cause we all gonna turn to dust anyways.
So subtle, that freaking snare.
Yeah, I'ma have fun, yeah, while I'm alive.
It's so freaking subtle, just another ticket time when you gon' get in double, when you don't freaking double, and you gon' get in trouble, and you know that they love you. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but all right, now give y'all internal thoughts about that, how you feel, and where you take it. I feel like you potentially doing something like this with a real band, and like I think with man, like I wanted the drums to kind of hit that point or whatnot. The snare was very kind of subtle and minimal. We could still hear it. I'm glad that it was there at all. But just hearing it with a good low end and everything, I think would be more proper or whatnot. But you had a good feel. The other thing that I don't know if I said last time though is I'm not necessarily a fan of auto-tune with rock elements. Like I always felt like when it comes to things like country, rock, R&B, more, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole thing is, can you really sing? Can you actually get in there and even if you were somebody that's ever so slightly off key, but you still sing decently, people don't mind you being that slight imperfect, as long as you aren't, something that is horrible to the ears, right? And again, we'll never know until we see you guys in those tiny desk situations, but it is something that we do look forward to. And so I always feel the need to remind artists that may use it extensively to like remember that when it comes to the live performances, people come out. If they're driving out to see you at all, they basically come to see a performance, right? They know and they've heard the record. Some people don't know you, so I do get that, right? And it's probably hard to have confidence in just your own voice when you may use a certain effect, and that kind of forces a lot of you guys to go and bring all your vocals with the whole record and then kind of perform with that. But like I'm telling you, man, anything that you can do where it's your raw talent, and then give or take, if you have like backup singers to bring in some like harmonization and things like that at certain points, that's how you really impress people musically and show people that you're more than just someone who may want to give people the minimal. I feel like we always have to look at that. If literally there was a list and in every situation they said, all right, if you do this specifically, you'll get paid more in all rounds or whatnot, right? So if I think we've had these conversations, right? But I need to make sure that newcomers get to hear it too, right? The aspect of, again, let's boil it down to like performance, since we're in that. If you perform with your record with all the vocals and it feels more like a karaoke kind of performance, again, you get paid kind of, let's look at it like it would be the lowest amount, right? It could just be give or take, $50, $100. I don't know. I don't know what the rate would be, but just assume it's something like that. Then you up it more. If you actually have a live instrument, even just one, each new instrument that you bring to the table adds an extra amount that you can get paid. When you really think about it, everybody that you bring to the table, if you bring an orchestra, if you're bringing a band, if you're bringing backup singers, they're all people who most likely want to get paid for their time too. So the bigger bank that you can bring towards that situation and make sure that, like, look, we're bringing a full-fledged bit of entertainment to your venue, whatever it is. Like, people won't mind spending that money because they're getting an actual experience, right? So if you do the least amount, you know, people get to see you. They get to kind of hear your song more or less, but they don't get a true, I feel like I should have paid for this performance kind of situation. So, you know, best bet middle ground would be instrumental. Very, very tiny amount of ad-libs, certain things, you know, if you do run out of breath and you need a certain thing there are certain things that you can, you know, add, but you never want it to seem like the record is there as a crutch, and there are several times where you stop rapping it and you let it rap it. Like, I always feel like that's a cop out, and I come to see you give the performance. So if you go with records as well, same thing. If you bring in real musicians to the studio session, I always felt like, man, I should give the artist, the engineer, and the musician and the producer, like everybody who has something to do with the record, should all get like an extra bonus when supporting any of the other elements that you can bring to the table, as long as it is something decent. We all know what it sounds like if you just throw a bunch of random sounds together. It's not gonna sound right. So it still has to feel like there's a element of people actually working in there, right? And not like, trust me, like, we are so smart. We know when it feels like you're just doing some kind of money grab kind of situation, when you're not really putting your heart in the thing that we're hearing. And so if it feels like, oh no, they just got in and got out, the song was too quick, again, you get paid less. You put a little bit more effort and time into it, and we don't get bored. Literally, the moment we get bored, the money can go down. If you're able to keep us engaged in the song and we never really ask, like, yo, damn, how long is this? You know, you get paid more for that song. Like, man, I truly want there to be a future where we can kind of monetize all the different aspects. And but yeah, so we'll see what happens, man. We will see what happens. Also, I think you should do a Scott Pilgrim versus the World type music video to that. Animated or video game, I guess. It feels like something that potentially would have been in that game, because it's a movie, I know, and before that it was something else, but it was made into a game twice. All right, let's see what we got. Yep, ATX Youngster. Shout out to Tik-Tok in the building with us as well. Give me a thumbs up that y'all can hear everything fine. Let me test it over here. Hear everything fine. Let me test. Yep. Let me not forget to put the now playing on that end. So we got HTX Youngster with Business.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Woo. BAC shit, baby. Bitch, I'm big stepping on Bennett, baby. No way I can never fold. I'm too caught up while in this bed to switch up my entire mode. I remember nights I had to grind away, life was cold. I'ma get the bag and ain't no way I can never fold. Like, ain't no chance in hell I ever fold. Bitch, I'm after diamonds, never settle for less than gold. I'ma keep it trill to the day that I die of old. HTX Johnson, this the realest shit I ever spoke. I'ma keep a trail to the death of me. Will I make it big, man? I hope God let it be. Am I destined for the fame, and I hope we let it see.
What up, Gov?
Young, won't you cry and remember me? I'm just a bitch and I'm all about that bad business. At the fame, cause my whole life was bad business. Now I'm up rich as fuck and I stack digits. Money big, so I think I reached my bag limit. Bag limit. coming fast, riches went broke in a half minute. Now I'm up and ballin', baby, like I'm in the last minute. Can't see me zooming past, probably cause my cat's in it. Fast as fuck, bitch, like I do the dash in it. Bitch, I do the dash and I hope I don't crash. Living life fast ain't easy when you got the cash. Now I'm rich as fuck, bitch, and life isn't bad. I remember times when my life was so sad. Bitch, I'm big stepping on business, baby, no way I can never afford to cut a wallet is bad as
Timing.
I remember nights I had to grind on when life was cold. I'ma get the bag and ain't no way I can never fold.
Salute. What y'all think about that?
When you want your spring break to feel like and your kids' pool day to...
So once again, that was HTX Youngster with Bag Business, produced by Euro, right? And I feel like, first off, I'm an 80s baby, so I appreciate the sample within there, man. Like, I once sampled that as well, but I like this version a bit better or whatnot, right? But with that, when we have songs that are often, you know, within our sort of like, you know, favorite lists and things that we love to get in there and just, you know, listen to, there are times where we almost don't want ourselves or even others to sort of, you know, touch it, potentially mess it up. I don't necessarily feel like it was something that you paid homage to the original record, not that it needs that, but I do feel like there always is that opportunity for a full connection, right? As like, again, sometimes things are just a sample, and then you're just gonna get in and rap or sing and do what you do best, like melodically or bar wise and things like that. But I think it does help if you ever decide to do a little bit of research into the song that something is sampled from, just for the fans of the record, knowing that, like, if they love it, they will definitely share it even more. They have a different connection to it, right? Because they're always able to think of that other song that they love. But then if you pay that song homage, you know, and have certain lines that are cleverly written to call back to the song itself or the artist and other songs they have. I've said this example with like Aaliyah, and if somebody were to do that same thing, if the original artist, you know, ever gets a whiff of the song, they're definitely more willing to be a part of a maybe performance where they perform with you or like that, more of the parts that were a little bit offbeat. And I always say you got to be able to hear when you're doing that and make sure that you rectify it. It's usually something that can be fixed in the session itself, and it usually happens a lot when there are sections maybe where the drums leave for a little bit, so all you have to run off of is the sample, the synths, like whatever else is there, and within that you can run the risk of going a little bit off, too fast, too slow, different things like that. And timing is literally everything. You are the thing that is supposed to keep us in sync while the drums are sort of on hiatus for a second. And if you're able to hit that pocket, like, it's another skill that when people are trying to put you on those lists at all, they're thinking about that aspect to it. You know, everybody is different. What was the time? I didn't get to check the overall time on it to see if it was maybe short or anything like that. It didn't really necessarily feel like you just bounced out quick. Let me see. 1 minute and 43 seconds. Okay, well, it is that. What would you guys do if there are aspects that you don't like, or where would you take it more from that point? And shout out to LB Sikaning, what is good? And then, you know, say, let's get it. Shark City Miko, what up? Welcome back. And then Rob said, appreciate the feedback, man. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. There's a lot of power. Let me go jump over here right quick. Jumping over here right quick. A lot of freaking people be talking and they jumping in my ear right quick. Like, listen, I don't know what what'd you say? Format got me like, what's different? Is the dog okay? Yeah, you sleep. They all sleep. Let me see. The age is silent for homage, and I don't know, hopefully under 3 minutes or whatnot. So let's explain what happened. As of what, like sometime like last week, I have no idea what is happening with the program I usually stream with on our YouTube and Twitch and stuff like that. But every time now that I try to go live with it, after a few minutes, it kind of goes crazy and keeps restarting over and over again, right? That gets on my nerve, as it would you as well, because you guys want to enjoy a steady and current show. So I said, well, you know what? I guess I have to use my phone for the YouTube and Twitch sides if I can, and then I'll use TikTok Studio for the PC side. That way I can actually have a different view in there. And kind of actually have the title, like look, just look at it, and then you'll see the enjoyment. Do I have, is that the only view that I made for this too, by the way? Let me see. Yeah. So, well, I mean, yeah, because you guys have like the straight mobile view or whatnot. And technically, well, I'm trying to see where, I know I have another one where like the TV is in the bottom. Said, and then LB said, another day, bro. Like, hey, yo. All right, well, let's continue as we proceed. Shout out to ACX Youngster on the last one. Be ill, you are up.
Happy Friday. Happy
Friday, though. I want to be able to say I don't even really know if it's moment over done. All right, let me see. Where is this? Midas. All right, can I throw this in here? Or is it Midas? Like Midas touch. Yo. Hey, yo. You finna rap, but I'ma rap first. A lot of y'all are freaking do so much freaking shit that they gon' put you in the black hearse. And I don't even really know how the heck I'ma act. You're always be acting freaking like I don't think that I'm out to like tell y'all that I'm a rapper. Nope, you gotta stop it, cause I don't even know what to do, but I'm gon' not sit. I always be telling y'all fools that y'all are toxic, and I always wanna say like, who is that fool that just walked in, hops in? He was like cool, and I know that there are like people who got dope ass records that they do not send. I don't even know who the heck you are, but you hopped into it. You know that I am stupid. I'm about to tell you how to do this, and then listening to this new shit.
It's a crooked one, illest bitch I book it, son. Why you acting like I'm not cooking? Pull up, I'm looking, son. Asking for a parlay like RJ after I cooked his son. Talked a lot of shit, yo bet, and how is he looking? Done? It ain't my problem, I was taught, see a fly swat him. Gouging eye out while floating in the sky, bitch, I'll fry lock him. bunch of meat wads thinking that they could beat Zod. Genuinely, if you step into me, you can see God. Destined to be always lesser than me, I'm a freak, huh? Pulling up to Elbath, see a fogo and FIFA. Dropping rappers left and right, there's no one left to fight. Thinking that you next, you right, go grab a stretcher, test your might. They don't like us, golden touch like a Midas. They can try and hide us, but we will spread like a virus. The flyest, they can't deny us, give them minus. I can tell they're upset, guess what, that's how life is.
That's right.
They don't like us, golden touch like a Midas. They can try and hide us, but we will spread like a virus. The flyest, they can't deny us, give them minus. I can tell they're upset, guess what, that's how life is.
You know that I go freaking the places. There's some people that'll turn you to gold. They don't know like what they gon' do. You got that freaking heavy comb and it's cool because then it's made out of gold freaking true. You know what gold freaking cool was a super saying. You don't even know what you gon' do, but God, when you tell me that I was so sick, it was only because you said I threw up when I was over there and I'm sick. I like this freaking beat, man. I wanna spit to this shit. It makes me feel like I could turn gold to liquid and shit. And I don't even think that y'all rappers sniffing that shit. But if you are, please don't do that. When in the car, there's a lot of y'all get dope beats, but don't spit bars, and y'all gotta like do it though. Cause there's a lot of freaking other rappers that wanna you in the booty hole.
They don't like us, golden touch like a Midas. They can try and hide us, but we will spread like a virus. The flyest, they can't deny us, give them minus. I can tell they're upset, guess what, that's how life is. They don't like us, golden touch like a Midas. They can try and hide us, but we will spread like a virus. The flyest, they can't deny us, give them minus. I can tell they're upset, guess what, that's how life is.
Listen, dog, I get on this quickly and people don't even like know if they are going to get me. I'm gonna do this freaking shit till I'm 50. I also like want to tell you that it don't matter what you do, you can't rip me. I'm over here like I ain't acting. People like, okay, like when is Dorky ever really like ever gonna be a has-been? Cause then I'm hearing him freaking do this shit and me healing my mind like it's an aspirin. And if you come through the show, you sitting in some freaking ass in, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's him. Like, point there. I don't know what the hell I'm going to tell you, but you know what? The joint's rare. When you, let me stop. This listen, you know, when you and the beat inspires. So that was BL with Midas. Often he sends he'll do like a verse, have a little bit of an open verse situation, and then like the next time we hear it, he'll fill those verses out, and we'll hear the full song or whatnot. And I do appreciate like when you're just, you know, getting in there and building things up, you know. And I'll also remind that we still don't have a record together, so whenever you're like, yo, this one right here, there's so many that you've sent to the show amongst, you know, many of you guys, right? When you have that record that I just know, you know what, let me get in there and write to. The rest is history. It's always an honor to see what we all can create together. You get in there and you always come with the bars. There's always going to be a consistency there. I've always appreciated that about you, so keep it going. You know, I'll let you know if you ever make that step backwards and it feels like, nah, what the hell was that? I felt like you've gotten better with everything, especially your beat selection. Like you hit that upgrade point, man. We talk about that a little bit at times on the show. And it's basically when an artist, all right, because there's many artists out there you guys have listened to a lot in your you know, we'll just say timelines. And when you get to watch these artists grow, there's a certain point where the majority of what they continue to make is just dope after dope after dope. And then like, it feels like they can't do no wrong. Where if you were to put a playlist together, and you guys know you probably do the same thing when you're listening to some of the albums from your favorite artists. You don't necessarily put every single song on the playlist because you may have a limited amount of, especially in those days where you didn't have streaming and you had to like conserve space on an iPhone or whatnot. So even when you got around to 1,000 songs, 2,000, like when it started just continuing to grow, that space that you had made you really think about what you were filling up with it. So you wanted to always put the best records in there. For you guys that try to look for those records, that, man, I'd add that to the playlist, that to the playlist, that to the playlist. If there's nothing that you need to go back on and sort of change because there's just not enough going on with the beat or whatever. Anyways, as I was saying, you hit that upgrade point as an artist when you know what beats to rap to, you know how you should sound mix wise, and it'll feel like you've hit the nail, where it needs to be hit or whatnot. So just keep that momentum, and don't let it up. You just basically need to make sure you do visuals in addition to let people grow with you and build that relationship. Often it is off of you, that humanity seeing you within there if possible. So we shall see. We don't know. Where are we gonna go in this? What do you say? The H is silent in homage. Let me see. Shoot, I've always said homage. You know what I mean? And honestly, like, I did know, but I didn't care. Let me see. All right. LB sickening. Why is the aspect ratio all weird on this?
I don't wanna know why the world's so cold. I don't need streets paved in gold. Just tell me when I lost my way. Did you ever walk away? All my nights, all my wrong turns.
Why is the aspect ratio?
I blamed you after everything I've been through.
Like, I know
it's in me too. I've been talking to the skies for so long, wondering if you forgave when I've been wrong. When I finally stand where the angels are, will you know my name or remember my scars? I grew up praying in a house full of broke lights. Mama had faith, but the fridge had no bites. Neighbors heard sirens more than lullabies. We learned truth quicker than the church could advise. See good men fade into bad decisions. See fake saints preach while counting their commissions. So I stopped asking for a miracle sign. I just asked my pain had a permanent line. Why kids get buried before the parents age? Why hate go viral but love's off stage? Why hope costs more than minimum wage? Why forgiveness feel like I'm trapped in the cage? If I finally make it past that sky, no more questions shouted in the night. I step real slow, look in his eyes, and ask something different than why I don't wanna know why the world's so cold. I don't need streets paved in gold. Just tell me when I lost my way. Did you ever walk away? All my nights, all my wrong turns too. Every time that I blamed you, after everything I've been through, did you still believe in me too? I've been talking to the sky so long, wondering if you forgave when I've been wrong. When I finally stand where the angels are, will you know my name or remember my scars? See, I blame the sky when my world went black. They closed every door, I said you did that. Every lost friend, every relapse spin, I called it my punishment instead of my sin. But looking back now, through a wiser lens, some storms were cursed, there were chances to mend. Every rock bottom had a hidden stare, and every last breath meant you weren't far. So I wouldn't ask why evil exists, or why the wicked seems to get their wish. I wouldn't ask where heaven is placed, or why tears have ever even touched my face. My voice would shake, probably barely speak. After all these years acting brave, but I'm weak. And my first question, honest and true.
Yeah, sorry we couldn't show the video because we gotta figure out.
I don't wanna know why the world's so cold. How the streets paved in gold. Just tell me when I lost my way. Did you ever walk away? All my nights, all my wrong turns too.
Did you
Every time that I blamed you,
warp into each other?
after everything I've been through.
Oh no,
You
because
still believe in me too. I've been talking to the sky so long, wondering if you forgave when I've been wrong. When I finally stand where the angels are, will you know my name or remember my scars? So if I fall at your feet that day, you got nothing smart to say. One last truth my soul releases. You were the answer, not the pieces.
At the time when you whipping it, like you don't even really know if I'm really listening to this shit. But you know what? Like when I am the victim of the freaking shit that I don't think that I am a victim of. Freaking people know that. Like if you drop the mic and like you don't want to rap here, then I'm gonna pick it up. People like, listen, what is your name? Christopher. Listen, I can freaking tell y'all that I am not. What do you guys think about that? 1 to 10, our feedback is, of course, welcome. Now. It does suck a little bit because due to me having to do the thing in a different way, he wasn't able or we weren't able to pull up the video, which was most likely his main intention of us wanting to see. I'm still gonna review it from my point of view, and again. We'll figure out things across the next few episodes and stuff. My most important aspect with the stream is for you guys to be able to hear the songs properly and good quality and things like that, right? And still be able to get, some kind of thing with this streaming. So I do think, obviously, we're always going to talk about quality and stuff like that. Quality can be better to put you at a just a more professional sound, right? Anything that we hear you guys do, even though we know potentially works in progress, things that may be digital when it comes to the production. We're always going to want you to be able to perform it live with a real band. It doesn't matter what genre you guys are in. You could be trap, drill, obviously rock, country, folk, R&B, like anything that you're really able to get out there and play for real. Anybody's going to be impressed with that because not everybody can. Half of you literally... You try to pick up the piano or the guitar and you're playing random melodies and notes, man. Like I'm in that, you know what I mean? And nothing wrong with the play what we feel and hopefully we do some shit, but like that's why it's that much more impressive when we see someone who knows every note that they're going to hit, can get in there, pick up a guitar, and sing what they hear in their head. You know what I mean? To be able to know if somebody even just requests a song that you've never played, but and then you can get in there, like that's the thing that people will be impressed with, right? And so it just needs that professionalism, man. And it feels, at least right now, like something we'd hear from you singing in a bar. Again, not a bad thing. Because certain people will, like, legit want to be in the bar singing that. But yeah, more professionalism there. And then when it came to the video, this is where my criticism is not really going to be that it was AI. It's more, why was the aspect ratio so weird? Like, I couldn't really tell. Yeah, like I wanted to see how well the quality of a video that you had done was in terms of what you know what I'm saying, like your likeness and stuff like that, but it made it feel weird because of how weird the aspect ratio is and whatnot. And for people who are wondering, like, what am I talking about? So basically, the visuals kind of look like they're like if you were to take a standard video that you see on YouTube or anything like that right now, and then you just decide to smush it from the top and bottom a little bit, and then just like keep it in there, like that's basically what it looks like. It doesn't feel like you cropped and cut off half of the section. It feels like it was smushed in, and like just half of what we see almost has like a flattened sort of state. And I mean, again, I'm assuming it came in a different format and you tried to force it into what we're seeing now for YouTube, but like I want to see the proper format potentially and stuff like that. Let me look over here real quick. Let me look over here. And okay, so so yep, ever seen that before that? Why? Which one? The aspect ratio? I mean, it's not like, it doesn't mean that it's like good though. You know what I mean? Sometimes there are changes. I promise you, man. I've been through that so many times where like artists would think they were being smart by the different thing that they were doing. And oh, I'm trying to be different. Stopping the amount of bars that you're supposed to do way before it, and then just automatically going to the chorus at a certain part without changing the beat to actually be the chorus in that area and stuff. Like, there are certain things that should be a standard, right? And seeing it properly doesn't mess with your brain. So I do feel like there were some fairly decent things there, but yeah, it makes things kind of look a little bit weird. And then yep, and when you saying, and I have a track for you to hop on soon. That's what's up. And then still doesn't mean I'm wrong. Still doesn't mean I'm wrong. I can guarantee you, like, this wouldn't play on MTV, BET, you know, not just because it's not a black thing, just because, again, the aspect ratio is not, it's not right? Like, I almost noticed immediately, and I couldn't get over it while it was playing. And I'm saying it because I wanted to actually see how you looked properly, because I didn't know whether or not it was doing it. Like, it looked like it was going to be something decent, but I was like, well, why am I seeing it? Am I able to adjust it? Like, my mind started wanting to, like, edit the video myself, and we shouldn't get into that, mindset. We should just want to enjoy what is there, and if there's a level of creativity that does something, we'll see it from that. I'm just gonna have to, I'll edit, I'm gonna mess with it, and then I'm gonna fix it, and then, as a matter of fact, I can do that with OBS right now, right? Hold on, I'm gonna test this out, because I love doing that. Wait, what's gonna happen? Oh no, I can do it. Wait, let me see. I hope it doesn't mess up my TikTok side. We'll see what's up. If it does, the camera will just like freeze or something like that. Cause I want to see this. I want to see it properly, right? And sometimes, right? If you've been in the building where there were certain artists who sent, a really good music video, it was great quality and everything. The only thing that they needed to do was add a kind of brighter filter over their oh yeah, why am I, hold on, let me try to fix it. They just had to add a kind of brighter filter over their video because it was just like way too dark. And then I was like, go in and I just like mess around with certain things, get it to the right hue, and they'd immediately be able to see everything. Things were vibrant. So give me a second just to at least see. Now, if you make a song called Smushed, I'm all in. Make a song called Smushed, and then, you know, do what you want to the video there. Okay, I can just undo after I mess with it. So I should be able to take this and I'll see if I can show you what it looks like once I do this. Now look at this, right? Hold on. Let's see what we can do, if any, because I have to stretch it up. Have to stretch it up a little bit. I don't know how much. And then I gotta go to the side as well. But it's gotta be perfect in order to see it right. So, no, you son of a. Okay, let me bring that. Give me a second to jump around real quick. See if I did it correctly. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes, you son of a gun. All right, hold on. Now, what do I do now? No! I messed it up again. I keep forgetting that. I gotta put on that thing. All right. So give me a second, right? That's as good as I can get it right now, right? But hold on. Let me put it at this fixed view. Somewhat, right? There's still obviously different things that I have to do, but how am I going to show you this? Oh, I can just take the phone off and turn you around. All right, so hold on real quick. Let's do this. And then, oh, I made my whole other thing look all weird. Right, and then go to Checker. We'll turn that around to that. Okay. Let me take a gander real quick first.
I don't wanna know why the world's so cold. I don't need streets paved in gold. Just tell me when I lost my way. Did you ever walk away? All my nights, all my wrongs.
You see, it's a little bit more normal now.
After everything I've been through, did you still believe in me too? I've been talking to the skies for so long, wondering if you forgave when I've been wrong.
It just needs to be stretched up a little bit.
Will you know my name or remember my scars? I grew up praying.
It's not perfect the way I did it because obviously.
Faith, but the fridge had no bites. Neighbors heard sirens more than lullabies. We learned truth quicker than the church could advise. The good men fade into bad decisions.
Now, just to show you, right? Because that's the way that I sort of manipulated it, right? Let me go back in. No, not to that, man. You stay there. But this right here, let's go ahead and close that, right? And then I'm gonna bring it back to its normal self, right? Now you see, this is where you have it. Let me go ahead and do that again with the, all right, and no, why did you bring it up there? Close that. I brought it up to the wrong place, my bad. All right, now this is the version that you have.
So I stopped asking for a miracle sign. I just asked for pain had a permanent line. Why kids get buried before the parents age? Why hate go viral but love's off stage? Why hope costs more than minimum wage?
Again,
Why forgiveness feel like
nothing is wrong with the quality. It's literally just the aspect ratio. That's the only thing I'm basically just talking about perfecting or whatnot. But overall, man, I could sort of edit and send it to you, unless that was just literally a design choice that you wanted to do. But hold on, let's bring this back.
There's a lot of people in the backyard. I don't know what I'm gonna make and do.
Okay, can I need to fix this before. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I think we should be good on that, so I don't have to like okay, no, leave that. I can close that. Shout out to everybody freaking tapped in. And I know my camera messed up over there on the TikTok side. Exactly as I said it would. Exactly as I said it like would freaking like listen. Let me fix the camera real quick, and then we're back in the line up. Let's see. I wish it would just fix itself and I wouldn't have to go in here. Let me change this. Oh, sheesh. I don't know how to. Oh, nope. Come on, my brother. How do I leave and then go back? Always keep active. Reset. Hopefully that doesn't do anything crazy. And it did nothing. It's kind of getting on my nerves or whatnot. I gotta fix this to y'all's on the TikTok side. Give me a little bit. But right now, let me jump back in the lineup. And let me jump back all up in the lineup. Shout out to everybody if you're getting tapped in. Happy Friday. And of course, I appreciate y'all tapping in with us as we proceed. We got Nick NASA and Shark City Rico. Long time no see. Always good to see. What you have. Let's put this in here.
It's up, it's up. Catching the op, know it's up. Catching the op, know we clutch. We walking them down, you know. Catching them up, know it's up. It's up, it's up. You already know what's up.
It's up.
Pull up that brand new Ferrari. Hang out the window, what's up? Nigga, you pussy. Why you talking like you tough? For real. Pull up and call your bluff. These never been pussy.
Let's go.
Know where I'm from, it's town. We holding it down. Caught me a seller that brown. See, sell a pound. Shout out to Tracy Waukesha, you know from the city, the pop went around. We selling that seafood, that white, that tan on that brown. Shout out my baby mother, used to wrap the bricks with rubber gloves. The block is cold, it shows no love. The trenches, I came from that shit and you know what I talk. Slow this shit down for real niggas that know me. I done that far and I walk. Head off the Zins and I pop me a perk and I fuck up the. Ride in the club and we show up this business at 200. I'm too blunted. You do want it. All in the town, ride with your boy, roll in the window like.
Yeah, Money in my mind in 745. Trap in my bag, give me clear lane 5. Find me in the field, got smoke with the shield. Thanks to the block, with the bat, run the back in the back, club pass. Check down, who, few, and no more with the vest. Picture perfect, I perplex. Diamonds, dancing, got down, ain't no miss. Fuck who tight with your shot to get stretched. Back to the money, ever had real six. Muscle, memory, rhyming what's a thought to the flesh. Started out moving Toyota for the less. It's a one way, all in, no way. Out back for the hood life form. Ruby green line, on that need for change. Fresher than a motherfucker, none get stained. 2 up to down, little die off the aim. I ain't slept in day, high off the drain. Past life I live, you stay in your lane. Say got one shot, 100 in the thing. Life in the trap, can't feel my pain. Life in the trap, can't feel my pain. Life in the trap, can't feel my pain. Yeah.
Then you can't feel it though. There's all of the time when people don't know I feel the flow. Begin, I don't even really know what the hell I'ma do. But I got money and I'm still broke. But you don't even know what to do. But you still a joke. There's a lot of time when people are thinking have a freaking song that they like, but they don't feel it though. Really though. Dun 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 dun. I'm liking the thing. You're bopping the thing. You're bopping the thing. Alright, I like that right there, right? You got in there, y'all did your thing, you know what I'm saying? Yes, freestyle, off top kind of situation, which, you know, you can still tell that there are aspects within there. Hold on, TikTok, I gotta come back with you guys to change this camera apparently, because I have no idea how to like reset it manually like I usually do. So we'll be right back in just a moment. Give us a second to end that. But yeah, like I said, often I'm always gonna feel like writing is a little bit better, just because when you're looking at things in a freestyle aspect, right, I think you're gonna give it a little bit more leeway, right? It's off top. You're more amazed if the artist can make it fully, like make it still feel like there was a lot of intricate parts, and they were able to do that, you know, off top. And if it still feels like there's some structure, that is like, again, I freestyle to it a little bit, but that is definitely not what I would want to write to it. You know, if I was, I'm only given one chance to like get on the song, I'm definitely going to want to, at least for me, from my point of view, take my time and get in there. And plus, I know what you are capable of. You know, you have some of my favorite records that have been sent to the show. And amongst a lot of the original artists who have their own sound and style and can get in there with such a flair that is entertaining, is inspiring. I feel like there's always gonna be levels to what we can do, and I feel like if we're gonna do the freestyle thing as a record, I feel like we should figure out a creative way to make it be one of those things, right? Doing it with a purpose of, all right, so this is the freestyle, and it was a challenge for us to see if we could stay on topic with this specific thing, or keep rhyming with this specific word, and you pass the mic to the next. You know what I mean? Like, if you do something creative, people are bound to be more impressed with that. There are still going to be those that rock with this as is, though. That's not to say like there was a bad record and stuff like that. I'm curious what your inspiration was within that and all that. And you said the other track I sent was singing and stuff like that, man. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Wait, did I? Oh no, that was back there. That was when I had turned my thing around. Back when I had turned it around, like, listen, like, if you don't like the establishment, it's gonna get burnt to the ground. Like, when you come through and you don't know if freaking, Anyways, what did you guys think about that? Give your thoughts. 1 to 10. Any feedback is welcome as we proceed to give you what you need. We continue down the cusp as per usual. We also still haven't made a record as well. That is another one that I'm looking forward to potentially. So keep that up. And we shall see what is popping. Let me jump back in. Jump back, pin, motherfucker, humpback twin. Alright, we have Oregonomics with a BandLab submission. So let's go ahead and throw you on in. We can freaking throw you on in. I could play a game with freaking y'all. Yep. Let's make it happen, man. It's called Lights Out. I gotta have a process, I don't know what to do. What the heck, though? Matter of fact, I respect your song. I know you did it before. Sometimes people be standing up, I'm like, get on the floor. We don't think she like you no more, but sometimes I eat something I don't like and then I throw up all of y'all. But you know when that you and your freaking homie who would rap on that same track that you both suck, people don't know about. Sometimes your mama, you don't know why. You think that I just won't fly. We so dope that we won't die. We can tell y'all that y'all don't know what to do, what's coming out the speaker. And I don't even think that you think that I think that I'm thinking. And people be like, what is happening, man? Feel like I got it there. And I got to go, I don't know what the hell I'm about to say, but man, it's so cold like a popsicle. I also don't know what the heck this is, but I like this, man. You better drop this, bro. Let me try to eat this shit. People gonna get beat to death. People don't even know what the hell they gonna do, but like, I'm eating, yes. And also, I don't even know why the heck that I be so stressed. I got you, Tulip. Now Now, I wonder if you guys would agree with this a little bit, right? If you guys have played GTA 5, I feel like, am I thinking GTA 6? I may be thinking GTA 6, right? So GTA 6 or 5, whatever, man, whatever the one, the one where you got the dog Chop and Trevor and all that stuff, man. That one right there, right? So there's a soundtrack essentially, right? Because they have all the different radio stations, Fly Low and stuff. This almost feels like something that would be on one of those stations, right? Now, it is also a remix of one of your own songs, which I don't think we've heard too much on the show. Like when you guys have a song that you guys do that's yours, and then you remix that eventually, like whether it's production based and like a producer's getting on and you know, getting your vocals, doing something different with it. Like, I do like when you guys do that, because you are able to be introduced to different genres. People who probably wouldn't maybe come across you so soon can be introduced and vice versa, right? And again, there are different elements. This comes from somebody who has heard your other version as well, right? The original, and then now hearing this as a remix. Like, I thought it was still an additional situation, right? So goes without saying that it wouldn't hurt for you guys to do like a whole album of remixes of your best work, right? And essentially, it's just you getting in there. Either you going in and changing the production on a lot of stuff, or you working with specific producers to do an experiment with remixes for the songs and stuff like that. And again, it would be dope to see what each producer might be inspired by, in terms of which one that they would use if you give them that choice, or if you come to specific producers with what you want them to do. Whatever the case, I think it's a good way to market the record. You know, you get to breathe new life into an already released or previous record that you've done, and so people will want to see that contrast. But what did you think about that? Fire emojis from Shark City Mika. From Shark FX Shark City Plico Prico. Alright, let me see. We got Two Lit Productions. I remember when I was always like, wait, so is it like Tool? Like Tool It? Is it Tool It Productions? I mean Promotions? Too Lit Promotions or Too Lit? Because as I always say, it literally can be both of them all at once. And I don't know whether that's, if that is a part of the marketing in itself, right? But hold on, come on, man. Why didn't I do the thing? I was supposed to remind myself. Well, I didn't restart TikTok, so I should be able to. Let me reload OBS right quick. That way I can activate the skip. Activate the skip. Matter of fact, I'm just waiting for my itch to open so I can go and freaking activate this. Let me get something to drink too while it does that. And then we're in. Up the jam, pump the jam, and then pump the jam. Then you're gonna pump that jam. Pump up the jam. You're like, bro, can you stop? Nah, bro, we need to pump up the jam. And just to give you guys the What is it? I'm gonna turn this into a skipping clip too. Y'all know what it is. I give you the. I'm gonna give y'all money's worth around these here parts, especially since we don't have our usual. I feel like I'm just some.
I'm just a man sitting here. Wee.
Okay. A little bit more. Right, I still feel like that. Barely did anything, but we are good. And now for the two songs.
I just need you to. Can you please just go? We all eat pizza, so I make weird music. I got beats, so if you need them, PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in 'cause I stay clowning. You wanna stay down then?
All right, let's put that in the mount. Too late. Well, actually, do we have two, or did you just send one? Hold up, my brother. Hold up, my brother. Because this might be. It might be something different entirely. You may be like, that's what I sent though. I sent a skipping clip. Hold on. Okay, let's do this. All right. So we got the video. Swaggy to the top. Let me just make sure that there's nothing else that I need to know. Gotta look at the chat. What do you say, Michael Jordan? Do you have any Pokemon cards? What? Hey, Michael Jordan. What is that? That whole line seems like a meme within itself. Like I want to know what the context in that one. Hey, Michael Jordan, do you have any Pokemon cards, man? Listen. Picky Michael Jordan, listen. I don't know what the hell to do, but I always won't tell you that I am. Okay, I see the other the thing. So it is a 2-song back to back, right? And we're going to still make it into a skip and clip double. All right, we got Swaggy with To the Top. Rate this in the chat, 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is welcome. And we got the music video, Too Lit Promotions over here. Doing the damn thing, always with the visuals. So give us your thoughts, 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is welcome.
This how a nigga feelin'. I'm trying to shoot to the top. Niggas wanna pee me flop. I'm really about action. Do some magic, put some in the box. This shit, it won't never stop. I'm trying to touch all the guap. I don't want no funny money. Keep your shit, you cannot shop. I don't wanna have to put it on you with this baby Glock. Niggas better keep they cool before a nigga catch a shot. Lately, I've been out my mind tripping, trying to catch a hop. Riding through the bitty. Nobody out, baby chopper with me and I'm shooting over 50 rounds. In my whip, I'm hot boxing so smoky like I smoked a bell.
I'm still recording as
down, but I'm coughing this that loud. This shit it won't keep you up. This that shit that sit you down. Pedal to the metal, I pull up and then I'm stretching out. Uno's everywhere, I ain't got no time to sit around. I got motion, stay in motion, probably pee me in the town. I gotta get racks, I want them to the roof in front of the ground. Run it up, that's all I do. I be making money moves. I know I'm a hustler, but I can't say too much about you. Bands on my neck and in my pockets, I ain't got a flex. I can show you niggas how to ball. This shit is easy, pimp. Get the money, put it up, then you do that shit again. Shout out to my unk, he know what's up, man. We gon' get it in. Stupid pressure for the low, we can even send it in. Gotta trust the process though. First you send them Benjamins. I can't trust it, so these niggas
make love, I'ma keep my distance. Niggas be so wishy-washy, they really got whole intentions. Nigga like, yeah, it's a go. I'ma rock out, that's for show. My burner protection.
Get that whole shootout.
This bitch safe for show. This bitch seem like Elsa off of Frozen, how I let it go. She sound pretty when she sound off, but she ugly when she...
Where she what? When you go get it though, another time I don't even really know what the hell the baby. Alright, so again we got that from the jump on the other end, so we'll have the full-on recording. We'll be posting that. That is of course one of two. We'll review it right now and then do one for the next one, but give me a second to jump into review mode. All right, so what did you guys think about that? Give your thoughts. 1 to 10, all feedback is welcome, right? First and foremost, visuals were on point. We'll get back to that in a second. When it comes to the song itself, right, I think it's something that feels like it would definitely be popping. People would, you know, turn up to that. Definitely have a certain feel and vibe to it. I still am always going to have certain pet peeves when it comes to certain things that artists might do on certain songs. If you guys know me, you know what those things are. In the case of this song, it's like some of the repetition, right? That being the same structure throughout the whole way, more or less, right? You know what I'm saying? If you stay in the same area through the majority of the track, and it tends to be a little bit predictable to a certain extent. And I feel like if you are unpredictable, you keep the listener on their toes, right? I felt like that's why Mystikal's, I believe his second album was unpredictable, right? On No Limit. And it was the perfect name for it because for a lot of people, that was their first true like introduction to him. And as an artist, Mystikal has always been unpredictable. Like you never knew what he was gonna say. It was always some wild shit. He was dope within it. And just what he always put together was dope. And so that's always gonna be something I look to. There's still gonna be those that I can tell would completely rock with it. They're not gonna have the same, you know, complaint at all because they, you know, they just want something to be able to ride to, and you know, it has that just, you know, we grind and we get money, you know what I'm saying, music or whatnot, hustling. And the visuals, to get back to that, all very professional, right? I expect nothing less from you. And I do want to say that you have been coming to the show and making and sending, you know, the videos since even before there was like AI. And I appreciate your approach to vids. The realism that we still get. I want to let you know that it is, I truly appreciate any of you who get out and touch grass and make that effort to make sure that it's you guys in the video or the artist and finding out those locations. And again, like, I've never had a problem with like CGI or certain other elements. And like, yes, there are ways where you can do half real and half AI, right? So that you can still have the human element. Some of the things that have been hard for certain artists to really do perfectly is even get like the mouth moving the right way to the song and the performance that the artist, you know, would give. But this feels like something that you know, I would hope would inspire more to get in there and and do something real or whatnot. What up, Panda? You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, get your record in my email. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com. It's ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com. But more or less, you know, like any video that you do should always have people wondering like how certain things were done, where certain things were filmed, and what it was like to even film it. Like, you know, we want to know those things. Like, people would go on the tours in the backlot just to hear the information of what was filmed there. And you know, if you're a true fan, you're always gonna respect those aspects or whatnot. Let me see if I'm in my thing so I can give that one a like. I'll sub to Swaggy as well. You have another one that's coming up right now. Let me go ahead and stop this so I can make it. Let me go and make it though. Don't even know like what the heck I'm about to do, but I'm talking about all these artists with the fakest flow. Wouldn't be able to tell you that I don't know what the hell I'ma take it. Oh, y'all always be telling me what the heck I'm gonna do. Man, we got another record, so wait up, we cool. Need to see which one it is. I guess a video when we about to listen and where is this? Y'all like, what are you doing, sir? What are you doing, sir? Is the question. I still wanna lift it up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, we ain't in there yet. Let me fix my thing here. Now, I want to remind you guys. Hold on. I might have done it too much that time. Bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. Okay, perfect. But then, now I gotta bring it down. I gotta bring it down. Bring it down. Bring it down. All right. What was I going to say? Oh, so did I restart it? We're basically in. We're streaming on our YouTube from mobile, right? So you guys are seeing a different view right now. But when skips come through, so if you send a paid skip, for the time being, while we're having to go through the different views that I'm, messing around with right now, I will make sure to record the normal kind of reactions that I would when I do skipping clips. So you're gonna see. Hold on. Let's go to it. So that way you know. What is it doing right there? Wait, why does it keep? Let me make sure it doesn't like restart. But hold on. Well, anyway, you know what? I can just look at it like that. Don't even do the. Wait, what happened? Where did I go? Wait, what? Okay, there we go. So you'll basically be able to see if it's me. If it's me watching the video, you know what I'm saying? You'll see the view of me, and then the video screen and stuff like that we were basically doing. Hold on, let me bring this back. I also gotta see what putting it on 6K would do. All right, so for this next one, if you guys are just now tapped in, we have Loyal Crown Royal. This one is The Crown with Dead and Gone. 1 to 10, any and all feedback is welcome. Give us your thoughts in the chat on these, on this video right here.
Missing piece to the puzzle that just didn't fit. Still dealing with some shit that I couldn't fix. I was thinking about some things shoulda, coulda, did. And when they ask how I been, who I'm trying to kid, 0 skateboards, I've been down to live. Shit, I've been getting knocked down, but I didn't quit. Every day I think about someone I'll never see again. I've been praying up to God, forgive me on my sins. I was trying to solve a problem that I didn't get. You ever put all that you had and still didn't win? Close friends turn their back, it is what it is. I feel like I've been fighting for my whole life. You know it's hard to keep faith when the hope dies. If I can't trust you or you, I cut both ties. My dad fight cancer like 3 types. Long live Dino, I'll never let your name die. Nightmares shine bright in my closed eyes. Failed a whole bunch of times, but I keep trying. Codeine in my cup make me feel numb. If I respond to the fake hate, I feel dumb. Shit, cause I got real stuff going on. Everything all bad. Lifestyle bad for my health, yeah I know, mom. I was on the right path, hit a roadblock. Lately I can't see the light like the sunblock. Still lit like the flame when the stove on. Shit, lately I don't feel right. Either right and never heal or I didn't heal right. I just wish somebody knew what it felt like. Shit, not even a painkiller could kill mine.
That might have been a little bit too much, bro.
Couple people want me dead, but I'm still alive. I hope God call my number when it's my time. Shit, I'm a victim of my mind. I've been stressed and depressed and I can't rest. George Lopez, a pain up in my chest. Trying to stay fade even with a bulletproof vest. Grim Reaper up his hands, he like who's next? Tell her play my song when I'm dead and gone. Play my song when I'm dead and gone.
You gotta take it. A lot of time when you freaking hood, you know what? Every single day, man, you gotta make it. You don't even know what to do, but you freaking want to eat beef. Alright, great video and record, but what do you guys think about it? Give your thoughts. 1 to 10, you know, feedback is welcome. So you guys know that I love a good vibe. Anything that you can kind of chill to, relax, just go cruising, you know, at a certain time of night or day, where as you just, you know, light an incense and kind of vibe out. I'm always for those, and it's a mixture of a few genres, you know, and sounds within there, right? I think the visuals were clean as per usual. I like the cinematography, the coloring within there. I did feel at first like the certain effect where it turns into the crumbled, you know, paper kind of versions. I felt like it was almost overdone at first because you kept doing it within quick succession of each other, and then sometimes you gotta let certain things breathe to an extent. Otherwise it starts to feel like it's less an actual video and more still images that are you know, changed throughout to then be made into a video. It's a weird sort of thing, but you still have quality within there, which is what we always look for. And as I said, man, like, you have been putting it in for quite some time with this, and I honestly want you to go around promoting them, like, with that in mind, like literally reminded, like, whatever you might have done on set, on the shoot, whatever, let people know, like, in detail, and have a behind the scenes kind of video if possible, or whatnot. Like, we're always willing to watch some of those and celebrate what has been done. And it's another thing that will get other artists to be inspired to still get out there and do real music videos, right? The more and more that certain people start to see certain aspects of AI, they start to get tempted themselves and be like, oh, well, I ain't gotta spend that much on this, I ain't gotta go do that, but like, they don't know how important it is that, like, that you do invest in yourself, that you do try to learn what you can about actual video production, like being on the set, seeing how things can be mic'd up, how things are edited together in a certain way, because it's two different processes when you're working with AI versus the actual, artist going in there and rapping for certain things, and you're editing those, man. Like, it's a whole different process. But know that the work is always going to be important. We see the level of creativity that people are able to come up with, and once again, if we can think like, yo, where was that filmed, and stuff, y'all got it. What do you think, though? Give your own thoughts about your own music. No, man. And then, you gotta be patient, man. You gotta be patient, man. You say I'm lame, but when I freaking tell y'all that I don't know what the hell I was gonna say today. Let me stop and get back in the cusp, which, of course, let me hit this first.
Dangerous like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar, chilling, having cigarettes while I live in a wonderland umbrella. Then a kid within a imaginary.
So I saved that one. All right, let's go and jump back. We got DJ Bolow with Embrace. We got DJ Bolow with Embrace. There's a lot of vegan, bro. Okay, and this is a. Wait, what? Hold on, let me see if it is actually gonna. It says page not found, so we may not be able to do that one. You might have to resend it, Bolow. Yeah, resend that. Resend it and we'll get it in. Let's go ahead and move back up in the line. Once again, thank you for your patience as we proceed to give you what you need. All right. And here we go. Aaron Pacey, you just said my song, love the show, man. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's turn this off. Turn it freaking off and don't know what to do, but man, I'm off this, man. All right, be there, be one.
Why don't we move it up to the present a little bit, yeah? We could look around, see some conquest going on. You can look at places like Ukraine.
I was like, is this
look a little closer to home. What would it look like to watch a conquest in progress?
Is this like a stand-up kind of thing? Oh, never mind.
I got the invite just like all of my friends. The biggest party set in D.C. Be there, will be wild, I heard the host said. I hope he's ready for a party machine. I gotta grab the party favors that I can get. A riot shirt and a riot sheet. Brass knuckles, couple tasers, and maybe a vest. A steel fog with a flag to weave. I'm here now, wild, I'm out of my mind. Ripped up to a show of force. I'm here now, wild, it's my time to shine. Grab your camera and hit record. We dance all day with the boys in blue. get them spinning on their heads. The smoke in the air has a funny taste, and my eyes are getting red. The party moves inside after breaking the line, and some shards of broken glass. We don't care about the rules, it's anarchy now. Party fouls can't kiss my ass. Yeah, I'm wild, I'm out of my mind, whipped up to show up for. I'm hit, I'm wild, it's my time to shine. Grab your camera and hit record. I'm hit, I'm wild, I'm out of my mind, whipped up to show up for. I'm hit, I'm wild, it's my time to shine. Grab your camera, hit record.
Feel like this would have been in a movie, like with James Gunn, or done by James Gunn.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight.
Gotta record it. Like if you don't like something, and you gotta report it. And like people, if we can figure out the ways to be freaking one of those times, but you don't even want to abort shit.
The party's over and the hangover starts, and the shindig's just a haze in my mind. But I got some videos up in the clouds, so I'll have these memories for all time. A month later, there's a knock at my door. It's time for me to make my plea. I guess I shouldn't have documented it and put it on my social media feed. Whipped up to show up. I'm in a wild, it's my time to shine. Grab your camera and hit record. I'm in a wild, whipped up to show up. I'm in a wild, it's my time to shine. Grab your camera, hit record. Hey, am I on Facebook Live? We made it, everybody. We're inside. Woo, yeah. Oh, this is great. Whose house? Our house. Nancy. Oh, guys, this is the best day ever. I promise I'll never regret this. I'll never regret this. I'll never regret this.
You never regret it. I don't even know what to do, but I don't think that you let it like over there. All right. As it slows down. I almost forgot. Rest in peace to Chuck Norris, man. MacGyver. Now, honestly, man, we got to see a performance right now, essentially, man, and I appreciate that it was something that felt, professional. Before the music started, I almost thought it was like a stand-up comedy sort of thing or whatnot. And I was like, oh no, they have a band back there with instruments or whatnot, so we're gonna see that. And I like that the sound and everything sounded clean. Like, that's what we really want to see from everybody who goes out there and performs live. It felt like something that we would hear out there That's always what you guys want. You don't want to feel like something that would be out of play. Basically, if it feels like the artist is just a regular person that is trying to make music, there's a difference. There literally is a difference in how things sound when someone is an artist versus someone who is trying to be, just any old regular Joe Schmo, just like getting on in a karaoke bar, kind of stage. Like, that's often, what it is. But then when you get that person who can like really sing, and then they get in there and you get lost in the record, and you kind of see where they're going with it in a certain aspect or whatnot. I could almost imagine the music video to it. But yeah, appreciate what you did there. Give y'all thoughts on that. Let me see. Pander, we got you, but when you do that thing where it makes me request, you take that whole thing. Let me see what it's gonna do. Like, just upload it to YouTube or something. Everybody knows that I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do, but a lot of freaking people gonna show you. You gotta allow me to I requested access so I can try to play it, but it's gonna take you accepting it. So probably don't do that a lot of the times. Just so we don't have to wait for you on that. Let me jump back in the line while we are inevitably waiting. Alright, let me see. NFL Cyphers, episode 15. Let's see what you got. Shout out to Scripps. Mother Nature, Chicago.
NFO, TSC. Mother Nature in the house, right? We got Rome up in the house, right? Jay Bambi in the house, right? My nigga Film up in the house, right? Closed sessions in the house, like, yeah. Niggas said I had on everybody fucking phony, everybody faking Tony. Watch them pile them up their groceries. I bit a chunk inside my stomach, want some fiction stories. These niggas bitches, I can't find them like I'm fishing Dory. Ain't stopping till my mama got the glitz and glory. Niggas boring, tell them tuck the raps, go put them shits in storage. Doing this shit since Tiger Stripe, Bolow, mama porous. That I'm so raw, breaking laws, need no fucking chorus. I mean, this shit so gorgeous, imagine me up on the Forbes, loading 40-40s with my shorties, rolling up on 40s. These niggas big porky, pluck them in the nose, Dorky. You feeling old sporty, pull up and he froze scoring. I blast the catastrophe when I blast the niggas next. The blast will pass on no respect, I master crap, I won't respect. I'm horny, babe, let's make some sex. I be the meanest set. Yeah, pass it off like, I think that's 16. Was that 16?
Yep, it's 16. It's a war zone between ozones and hormones. So I built the greenhouse on ground to grow on. Fear not, took my cape off and set the fuck down. Black woman rest, we need a check for this chip crown. Speaking from experience, identity politics. Trigger warning when I mixed the hand with a shroom trip. Escapism felt like heaven personified. Had to snap to reality, give it another try. Popping sedatives if no rhetoric setting in. First strain from source, touch court and broke the rim. Semi-precious gems you drop ain't real. Omnipresent, shine like golden grills.
Come
no
on.
God, I'm a stitching. Need power, I hit you. Got respect for creator, don't take cash to. Gambling, intuition with social media addiction. Your feed overshadow what's fed. Hope, listen, crazy. Well, quite the contrary. Very rarely do we carry facts past the news heading. Big half steppers repping with no direction. Lost on that path to infinity. Here's a message: God is in everything, so everything is great. Rectify your past, but don't linger on mistakes. The fate seems long, we just gotta hop the gate. Limits in your mind, bring the challenges you face. But we still race like, 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 but we still race like lab rats. Your timeline never had an ending. Steady spin on what you finna. Better act to crack the mirror. Better act to crack the mirror.
Whole beat.
Shots from alarms, I stalled and hit the wall, break through, and see most scars that heal the heart. See most scars that heal the heart. That's that carpenter conscious, a slave to that raw shit. Dirt on the fingernails, hearing screams from the Gaza, Congo, West Side, South Side, worldwide. Tell my vision different just by looking in my eyes. It's nature.
I got angels in high places, sacred vibrations sustaining. I'm God's favorite. Painting these sacrifices is how I define greatness. Thinking global data, crossing over focal point on point. My mental temple in Kyoto. Mountain climbing closer to my angels, bumping shoulders. Morning alkaline reminders, life is still in motion. So I'm the freshest mug in the flesh. Gems dripping, I confess. Look at how this pressure got me. I could pass a diamond test. Show you how to rhyme like this. Can't rhyme like this, but my presence help you find your gift. See, we're reflecting. I done had a few situations where niggas switch direction. Tell me how I ain't trust a legend. I've been south, north, east, and west. Stood in intersections, searching nature's world for heaven. I stumbled on some caps and stems. They broke me down like acronyms. Kingdoms living, everything around you. Let that heart expand. Rooted through the earth, so I rebirthed and then I birthed again. Mother Nature merging natures together. More powerful than empires, bitch, we been here forever. Truth and clever, proof that the youth get better. The grass get greener, exclusive weather when views kinetic. Minds connected.
Dude, she is something else.
And everything is great, can I rewind the message? And everything is great, this divine perspective. Divine perfected, it's nature, nature, nature.
Yo, I need to hear more from her.
I was 24 before I turned 21, about 3,000 miles south of that city that I'm from. Handcuffed to the headrest of some 911, marking the first time I took time to think on where I was. That bell has rung, so call me Peter Pan. And with a haberdasher Bilbo bag, I'm a lad and way too deep to ever land. Not even for no Princess Jazz. See, my soul spent 10,000 years in a bag, and now it's back snatching chains and repossessing artifacts, making me the hardest act to follow as I resurrect the artist back and keep the people heart intact. 1, 2, 3, 4, my numerals gon' infiltrate your cardiac. But let me dial it back, cause it's a debt collect. You seeing straight is how we keep that record set. Unlike the precedence of the present tense, with timeline bullets flying past the heads of presidents. If niggas hold the flag, does it change what it represents? Oh, let me chill out, cause I seen the future. Toe tap with Medusa. I ain't pinning out no lullabies, no this that Karma Sutra. Zellin Teasy, Taylor made the beat, so Rome just had to suit you. Yes, I said that I was. Now here I am. Yes, I said that I was.
Hitting it up different.
Here I am, here I am, here I am. It's wrong, nigga.
Alright. You're giving performances right now.
Fuck the Proud Boys and the white supremacists. Bitch ass pigs need to beg for God's repentance. R. Kelly and your homeboys need a longer sentence. Radical by nature, my nigga, God my witness. You think you ain't gonna pay for all them lynchings? Think my reparations gonna pay for all them wars you extended? Fruit is only thing a tree is supposed to be suspended. Pull the system by the root, burn the evil you defended. You crackers, you seem unrelenting. A Haitian revolution is my kind of venting. Why niggas gotta pay so much for medicine? Why isn't your white Jesus genuine? Scared of the part of you that's feminine. A white
feel like you gotta,
a racist American.
like
what
that.
you see first, the African or the American? Y'all embarrassing.
I said, who knew that we become some
Listen. And I think this is for any and every artist, right? I'm surprised, like, y'all let Drake slide when he kind of, did it. But one of the illest things on the planet that you could do as an artist is actually, like, know your verse to where you don't have to pull out your phone and read it at any occasion. Like that's a part of the dopeness. Being able to say you're dope should also signify that, okay, well, like also be able to perform those things at the drop of the hat. And that's the proof in the pudding, you know, within. And we all need to work on that same side of ourselves, because that's what's going to make people take us even more serious. Just imagine if every time someone asked you to rap, that you literally had to pull out your phone and then read the lyrics each time. Like, it wouldn't be as, I think, effective, right? Especially when we literally just watched two. We just watched two, you know. Let's not just you know, keep it with the females, right? But they got in and performed, right? Did their thing. But everybody that we've been seeing so far had been getting in, and you can tell that they feel the beat. And so I think we always want to you know, hopefully maintain that standard. What you said was alright, you know what I mean? But I felt like we need you to perform, you know, what you do. And so.
The American, y'all embarrassing. I said, who knew that we'd become some scholars when all the knowledge they taught us was about gangsters and choppers? No daddies learned from their mamas how to be men and pretend like it wasn't actually a problem. Could have been up in the asylums, but at the process, the trauma. Neighborhoods like the silo, can't see beyond it. Ironic that they act is quite common. Poverty served as a siren. Some of mine took the assignment to move things off of consignment. White folks will read about it. I learned I had a gift to gab. Jot it down and speak about it. Older folks will grab a cab. Younger folks will try to rob him. Couldn't be like his son said it. Couldn't be like his son said it. Couldn't be like his son would've upped the gun and seen about it. I know life is about challenge, balance, and etceteras, but I can't let up all that shit really get the best of us. God was testing everyone, but standardized testing us. I know all that's left of us. I do this for the rest of us. Got a part in me. My sister loved me softly, but the world had part in me. For the change I wanna see, it gotta start with me. My little homie had just caught a B. He's 17, can barely drive, but he slide every week. He lost his guidance, now he on that about everything. So licks is cool, but plays is better. Give me everything. Fuck, look. So we was turned as teens, but shit like this is things that we ain't never seen. I speak on what I know through the art of rapping. You ever seen a handgun turn to an automatic? Watch that pill beat that man up, now he an addict. She tryna trap him, feed him casa with a honey packet. Was born religious, but at times I see I'm praying backwards. Cause they just took my boy away, so now I'm on the mat with my hands out praying to God that somebody clap him. Look, astaghfirullah. As Abel can present a sacrifice and still be loved by God, then why can't I? That's what I said before I came to my senses. I said the beauty about prayer is it come with repentance. Said at times of remembering, other times I'm overcome with resentment. Like how we still lose niggas when we was playing them benches, trying to stay out the field. But this game don't play fair regardless. Pray not to be heartless, but question the times if God is King Dilla. Fuck.
Man.
I'm just kidding. I don't know if I'm just sitting down freaking don't know what this is that I am freaking.
All right, man. Listen, info, you know, ciphers, man. Like that was Film.Rome, J Bambi, Rico. I think it's Ricochet, and Mother Nature. Love that name, by the way. And you know, these are Chicago freaking artists or whatnot, right? I think all of you guys did your thing. My only criticism was really from, you know, the one who pulled her phone out and kind of, you know, rapped there or whatnot. Like, it just, at least to me, kind of looks unprepared, right? And not that she was like Drake, but especially freaking Drake, right? When you have a rep that you do, where people put you on that pedestal, and you got to show them that work ethic, I think, from the jump, and see where you can go from there. Let me see. I think we're going to end the stream now, but we will be back tomorrow. If anything, I do want to test a different bit rate because I haven't been able to figure out how to edit it like while I'm still in the live, but I need to know all the things that I'm going to be able to do while I'm on this. Like, I don't know if I can use filters. How do I do that all of a sudden? No, don't. Go back. Turn yourself around, you fool.
Turn yourself around and shit, fake. I don't know what the fuck I'm about to prove, but man, it's the frown and shit.
Alright, but I appreciate you guys sending, of course, this evening. We will continue as always and proceed again. And again, I'm always going to try to start this stream the normal way that I usually do, just to see if any changes that I made, help it whatsoever. And it just sucks. The things that I'm going through trying to get that to work, and I can't figure out what the problem is. But let's see what we have, man. Have a good night, and
what the freak?
It's up. Catching the op, know it's up. Catching the op, know we clutch. We walking them down, you know. Hey.